slumber of Trugg the Troggherd king had ended, and his awakening spelled ruin for the lands around. Rampaging across the realms, his hulking form laid ruin to anything in its path and sent the people of the free cities fleeing in terror. The city of Emberreach heard the scouting reports of his wake of destruction, and that it was heading toward them. The sound of hammers forging steel ceases, as the city's defenders ready themselves for the crashing of the tide. Marshal Fletcher surveyed his brave soldiers, his scarred face grim. He knew the forces of the cities of Sigmar alone would struggle to hold the line against such primal fury. Yet the gods of order smiled faintly upon Emberreach. Old companions had arrived to stand by Fletcher's side, callous and tall, their blades and cunning ready for the fight. As who would triumph? The primal might of Trugg, or the steadfast valor of the free city's defenders?
Okay, and welcome to this first battle report for the channel. We're going to be doing border war in this game. So here we have 1 objective, 2, 3, and then 4. This is the board. Let's get to playing. Okay, so both armies have been set up. We've got the Cavaliers over here. We have got the Fusiliers with the War Ogre here, set up in the middle. We've got the cannon. We've got the free steel helms set up here with Captain Fletcher. We also have Callous and Tall in deep strike essentially. And then we've got Trugg set up here right beside this objective. And then we've got the Dank Hold with his squadron of 3 rock cuts as well. So there we go. There's the board. Let's go. End of turn 1, Janice is on 6 points. She managed to get her battle tactic here by charging into Fletcher's unit, his entourage, and getting her 4 points here, killing the entire unit with just her hammer. Then we have over here her other 2 points, so bringing her up to 6 points, holding this objective right here in the center of the board with the rock guts and with the Dank Hold as well. On to Cities of Sigmar, turn 1. So this is the end of Sigmar turn 1. A pretty successful turn for me. I was able to actually kill Trugg and get a battle tactic slay the tyrant. I also held my objective, and Callous and Tall arrived from the shadows to capture this objective here. So that's 5 points for that, 1 point for holding my own, and then 4 for killing Trugg. Great shooting from my guys all around, and then the charge saw him off. Let's go to round 2. End of turn 2 for Trugg. So there was an advance here, charge here. One of the trolls died in combat, but took out one of the horses. Take the flanks was the battle tactic that she secured here by having this unit 6 inches from the short edge. And this one, capturing this objective. These guys appeared from the Living Landmark rule. And there we go. That was a pretty solid turn. Let's go into Cities of Sigmar turn 2. The end of Cities of Sigmar turn 2. Pretty good one. I captured this objective again, and I also chose the Take Their Land, and this is the objective, or the piece of terrain that I need to control. So there's 4 points there, 5 points from holding that objective. I managed to shoot these trolls quite a bit, using these guys supported by the War Ogre and then the cannon as well. Managed to damage the ogre or the trolls a little bit more. They ended up swinging back, taking out one of my horses. It's up to Fletcher now to see if he can do any more damage to the trolls. And that is it. Pretty good turn for Cities of Sigmar. On to turn 3. Turn 3 for Trugg and his Troggherd went quite well. The cavalry unit has been destroyed, as has Commander Fletcher, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Commander Fletcher. Which means that this unit is now in control of that objective, scoring 5 points. Over here, we've got the battle tactic, take their land. This piece of terrain here, this broken house, is worth 4 points for that battle tactic. My guy's not looking too good. He managed to do a little bit of damage, but not enough. Fantastic turn for the Troggherd. End of my round, turn 3. I got 5 points for holding this one. These guys remained where they are. These two are still vacant. Had a bit of a slap fest over here with these guys. Not quite managing to do enough damage, but he's only got 2 health left, so he's probably not going to last much longer. Very happy with these guys. These guys move forward and actually managed to blow the 2 Troggoths off the board, securing my objective again. But we've got a bit of a wall in front of us here. So that is the end of that turn. No battle tactics achieved, but 5 for holding this and 1 for holding that. Into 4th turn. So I decided to go next on turn 4, which meant I couldn't get a battle tactic, but I was able to take off quite a lot of health on the Dankhold Troggoth, taking 6 damage off him. He's got 6 remaining. There's a bit of a fight over here with the Fusilier Ogre, but he unfortunately died. And he did manage to hit these guys, but not enough to get rid of them, and then he subsequently fell. So managed to get 5 points for holding this one, 1 for holding this. On to Trugg's turn 4. End of turn 4, Trugg has done very well controlling this objective here, which is going to get 2 points. The Dankhold managed to take out the entirety of this squad, although a little bit of help from these guys throwing their boulders at them, taking some of them down, but then Dankhold absolutely mopped the floor, taking control of this objective. Taking this objective, 5 points for this one, 2 points for that one, and then the battle tactic was attack on 2 fronts, which she was able to achieve. So very good score there. On my turn 5, on to turn 5. On to turn 5 now. End of turn 5 for the trolls. Charged into the cannon, but before he did so, the cannon shot some hits into him and managed to take him down 6 wounds, which is pretty solid, but again, not enough to kill him. And all his attacks whiffed on the cannon, so the cannon sticks around for 1 more round. Trolls stayed here to hold this objective, getting 2 points here, and 5 points here, obviously taking the double turn, no battle tactics available. Not a bad turn. On to the last round for the Cities of Sigmar. That is it. That is the end of the game. These guys remained where they are, holding this objective for 5 points. These guys were here. Nothing I could really do. No battle tactics would have worked. And the Great Cannon died, unfortunately, to the Dankhold, who now controls that objective. So that is the end of the game. Fantastic game. Just not enough for the Cities of Sigmar.
Despite severely wounding the lumbering Troggoth king and sending him fleeing, the Cities of Sigmar's efforts did not win the day. The unrelenting brutes hit like the tidal wave they were made out to be in the tales that preceded them. Marshal Fletcher bravely stood his ground against the huge Dankhold Trogg boss, but was ultimately smoked down by his boulder club. Callus and Toll held to their orders, the orders that Fletcher himself commanded. They lived to fight another day and tell the tale of the brave men and women who gave their lives to slow the Troggoth herd. How will the herd act without the lead of Trugg? Will the city's inner wall defenders attempt to halt the herd one final time?